Murray, I am out of control. Yeah, I use drugs. I can do what I want, bitch. Yeah, I have sex and I don't use protection. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I'll do what I want. Do what I want. Oh.
Touchdown. Paper unbreaded. Touchdown. Paper. I never give a shit. That.
Nazi fags.
I know sports isn't everybody's favorite, but if there's one thing I love, it's the NFL draft. It is the Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions, my home team. So we're going to do a first round mock draft tonight. Also trying to expand my horizons and bring in other subscribers. The draft is next weekend. I don't actually know what days, but I think it starts on Thursday. The draft is the one day that Detroit Lions fans can have hope. And boy, do we have a lot of it this year. So I'm going to go through the NFL draft, first round. I appreciate it, buddy. I get that it's not everybody's cup of tea. Trying to branch out a little bit. And one of the things that we try to do, what's up, AP? One of the things I'm trying to do is also build on Rumble and bring more people over to Rumble. So a quick rundown. If many of the people I've talked to that are over on Rumble, who are fans of Rumble, say, yeah, there's there's a lot of politics, but there's not much else. So one of the things that I'm going to try to do in the future is bring some of that other else, because I think it's a great opportunity, because it's true. It's not, there's not a ton of it. So I say this every year, but we're not the same old Lions anymore. We got MCDC. Got rid of Matty Fatty Patty. I'm going to also have positive silence because I'm trying to eat my food. I'm almost done. So let's say hi. We have Big Giant Fluck. What's up, Landers? Foosball is the devil. What's up, Jacob? AP. JSDs. Shut up, Kaiser. Mimi, good to see you. And Jude. Awesome, I appreciate it. So, before we get into that, a couple things that we'll take over here right after the show. And this will be a short show, probably a half an hour. Maybe 45 at most. Shit, where did I put it? It's somewhere. Oh, right here. Movie night with Mighty Meat. After we finish up here, we are watching Pull Hindrance. Tell me what we're watching. Especially as Aaron Rodgers leaving. Hopefully. He hasn't left yet, but hey, what's up, Jiminy? We're watching whatever. Demolition Man. There you go. Thank you, Jiminy. I've never seen it, and everybody was very surprised by that. But that's what we're watching. Yep. No, we're topical to what's going on in the real world. Like we watched V for Vendetta last week, and we watched forget whatever. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we go over to Discord and we go over to the Meaty Cinema, and we just chill and watch a movie together. It's fun. It's a good time. So that is upcoming after we finish here. So let's get started on the NFL draft. So the NFL draft is the entry draft for players. I've actually never seen it, so I'm excited. The entry draft is the entry draft for college players that are making the jump to the NFL. The worst teams in the entire league get to pick first by record the previous year. The best teams pick last. And then you can trade picks and things of that nature. So we'll get started. So the first pick in the NFL draft, that goes to the Carolina Panthers. So this is pure speculation because it hasn't happened. But the Carolina Panthers traded quite a bit to the Chicago Bears. I think they're going to go up and take Bryce Young out of Alabama. He is the most well-rounded quarterback, and I think he will be the number one overall pick this year. Number one overall pick comes with a lot of pressure, but it also comes with a lot of money and a lot of prestige. So watch a quick highlight film of Bryce Young. I have highlights of the first 5 picks, and we'll do all 31.
And I've had buddies around the league, when you talk to him, they're like, dude, I know how much you love him, but you got to see him in person because you got to see it. He's just not big.
The National Football League, my kicker should never be bigger than my quarterback.
There's never been in the history of the draft, and I'm going back 45 years for me, a quarterback 5'10 to 5'11, about 185 to 190, going this high in the draft and expecting him to be a franchise quarterback.
He's like 5'10", 175. So that scares me.
Young dances, fires, end zone, caught, touchdown, Alabama. Pressured, scrambles away from it. He's had a couple of big runs tonight. Now he's got the sideline. Here goes Bryce Young into open field.
Clellan, the fake to him. Bryce eludes the 2 tacklers, and they give him the touchdown.
Gonna go deep. Got it.
For Young is directing traffic, extending, looking, pointing deep, and delivers a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Joe Pressure again. Young escapes for now. Still alive. Plays it downfield.
And in a slot on the right side, Young loads. Going long. Got a man there. Burton's got it. Now buys himself some time. He's going to head to the sticks himself and trot in. Touchdown, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, off play action. Deep ball. Going again for Burton. This one's caught inside the 5 and down to the 2.
Young going deep into the end zone. Oh, what a throw! On the money to Brooks for the touchdown! Bryce Young with his 4th touchdown pass.
So that is Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama. I think he is the least ready prospect to ever come out of the NFL or out of Alabama. In Alabama, they've been such a dominant program for so very long that any of it scares me because he had everything around him. He had, pro level players at every position around him, to include his offensive line. His defense was amazing. His pass catchers were impressive. And he's really small. I wouldn't bank on him, but Carolina's taking a quarterback. The number 2 pick. Oh, I got the sound and I didn't even do it. So that's the sound that they play every time a pick comes in. I only do it for like the top 5 because it will get annoying. The Houston Texans are the number 2 team. I think they're going to go quarterback. Their prime trade candidate, though, but it hasn't happened yet. So I have them taking C.J. Stroud, quarterback from the Ohio State University.
He is just a prolific passer, is getting better with time, too.
Yep.
And it's early.
CJ, the location on this ball for Stroud.
Hey, so what if the Knicks
Stroud throwing, this time is from Moore.
My time will come and had to wait for it. So every night a nigga
Slam touchdown, Abuka. An absolute short-range missile.
Some people they weren't made for. They roll it fit my rear like it was made for.
Play action. Stroud escapes the rush of Foskey and delivers downfield.
Stroud
well protected for a while now. It breaks down. He's on the move, trying to make something happen, and flips it down the sidelines. And the catch is made. Mayan Williams, the running back, is Stroud again.
CJ Stroud lets it fly again to the side.
They say money talk, then all you niggas do is mumble. And if my bitch trippin', I might let her tumble. And no matter what I make, I still remain.
Stroud using his legs keeps the play alive.
It's a cold world, streets cold, dog. Gotta keep it burning. Hey, so what if the niggas
Loads up again.
my time coming, had to wait for it. So every night a nigga pray for it. Ain't no going back, the only way for it. See, some people they want
Picked up. Ball out quickly. Catch made in the airplane.
and they hating, but what's the hate for? Yeah. Ain't no stopping for, we need breaks for.
There it is, post pattern.
See, I can't lose, we don't lose. A million ways
Plenty
to
of
get it,
time.
but
CJ
niggas
loads up again into traffic. It's caught.
I showed my nigga how to eat, I ain't had nothing to prove. We was skipping school, trying to go on the move.
All right, so that is C.J. Stroud. Knocks on him. One, he lost to Michigan. So, yeah, he's probably the worst quarterback in Ohio State history because I think he lost to him twice, which sucks. He has a cannon for an arm. I think he makes bad decisions. He definitely has the size to play. No, Tua's not that good. Bama doesn't make quarterbacks. And I don't know why Bryce Young is number 1. But I think he's a better prospect than pure numbers wise than CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud has happy feet and he'll let that ball he does have a firm cannon for an arm. So that is CJ Stroud. And I think there's little to no debate that he'll probably be the number 2 pick. Where it gets murky is when we get to number 3. And I have the Arizona Cardinals taking defensive end Will Anderson out of Alabama. I think this is another one where there could be a trade. There could be a lot of different movements or things happening. I don't think Will Anderson's a bad player. I just think that it's I think that's kind of high to take him with a lot of defensive ends in the class. So with the quarterbacks getting better and the passing game getting more, I think CJ Stroud is Justin Fields, but with a little bit better of an arm. So we have Will Anderson. J.J. Watt just retired, left him a big hole at defensive end. Arizona thinks that they have their quarterback, they have their receivers, so they're going to be looking to address defense. So
The best pass rusher we've seen in college football in a long time. Will Anderson Jr., 6'4", 243.
It's about the effort that he gives, and that combination, he turns into a supernova.
Will Anderson doing
The 25, Daniels under immediate pressure.
Oh my gosh! There's nothing you can prepare.
Incredible hit by Anderson.
Second down and 10. Collision in the back. Quickly they get it off. It is intercepted. This is Will Anderson Jr.
Can you tell me right now? If it come down to them all going against, just wanna know you got my back, that's all. Public trust,
Anderson.
Don't take interest, man. Get into it, don't wanna talk to you till my feelings gone. Nigga gon' pull me up.
On a third long situation.
My boy, my dog who got me, the whole knows who I am.
King gonna be uncomfortable right now. See how Anderson weaved his way around everybody and still that fast into the hole.
Don't wanna do no talking and tell them niggas that they better approach with caution. They better receive with caution.
They sack him again.
Nigga know I told before these pull up and in your price. I can't keep these bitches off me. See them gunners, they still ain't caught me. Hit you around just for the fame. But you the link to what the block. They know what if I ain't nothing but a top. I couldn't go pull up, nigga. Big sticks inside this truck. I ain't gotta work thought up or up like a pull up, nigga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. 2, 4, 6, I ain't know I zip 7 niggas.
all right, so that is Will Anderson. He's the top defensive end in the draft. Yeah, that's a big man. He's a big guy. He is much in the way that Aiden Hutchinson worked for the Lions at their number two pick overall. So I think that's something to look out for too. I think he could be a good pickup. I wouldn't take somebody that high, but the Lions did it, and you just have to wait and see. The Indianapolis Colts. Don't kill me on this one, tease. So, I have them taking Tyree Wilson, defensive end out of Texas Tech. I don't think Indy's looking quarterback. I really don't. I don't like Richardson. I don't like Will Levis, I think his name is. I don't like either of those gentlemen. I think that they both have severe deficits. I think all 4 quarterbacks do, but I don't think he's worth taking number 4, and I think the Colts will shore up that defense and not reach. They're not under any pressure. I think that they can sit and wait one more year, wait for a better quarterback to come out. So this is Tyree Wilson, and again, I don't control the music. You know the deal. You know why the music's there.
Is the running back. There he's got time again in the pocket. Now steps up, now thrown down. That's Tyree Wilson, 6'6", 275, with his first sack of the game.
Yeah. Sanders looking for another chunk. It's not there. He's wrapped up and brought down, and that should be all she wrote.
Offensive linemen, they're real players.
First and goal at the 10. DeMarcado, and he'll be knocked backwards by guess who? Tyree Wilson.
Back to 5 wide. Martinez feeling the pressure and is sacked. Back at the 16, sacked for the second time today. A loss of 9.
Seeing if they could possibly force a turnover.
On third down, Leary steps up. Down he goes.
The 9th time in his career that he had a 3+ touchdown game as a quarterback. And that's Tayzon Henry, a senior from Houston, running right into Tyree Wilson, number 19.
State last year, now starring with the New York Jets. And Duggan, sacked from behind. That pressure came out of nowhere.
Oklahoma State's on the docket next for Texas Tech. That's going to be 5 straight AP top 25 teams. That ball's loose. Martinez able to jump back on it, as it did look like a fumble.
I may just jump in the car after this and stop in Lawrence on the way.
You may.
And they'll run it and won't get it. What a play for Texas Tech. Unbelievable Tyree Wilson. 10. Duggan in trouble. Sack. Flag on the play. That's Tyree Wilson.
Tremendous finish. Orange pulling it out late.
A loss of a yard. It brings up third down.
That's really annoying. Young Donovan Smith. Here comes the blitz. Big time. Tune had to just unload it.
And you know who that was, 97, Tim. That's up, buddy. I love this kid, man.
Card on 3rd and long. Steps up and Card goes down. Well, they didn't have to bring any extra pressure. They got to him anyway.
Trips to the left for Williams. He'll look to throw. Defense coming. He steps up and Williams will be wrapped up, double teamed, and taken down.
He can also beat you with his legs. We've not seen that be effective. Wow. Campbell wrapped up at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin, thank you. Jordan Houston gets the call on 2nd and 27, picks up 2. 3rd and 25, NC.
Defensive scheme.
Deep handoff this time, and Texas Tech.
This day.
Houston. Inside the.
All right, so like Tweety says, 6'6", 275. Big man. So downsides, he plays in a shit conference in the AAC. Texas Tech, though, or ACC, or are they SEC now? I forget. He looks like a damn good player. So I don't think the Colts are going quarterback. I really don't. I don't think there's one good enough there. They have big Nick Foles, and they also have Gardner the Mustache Minshew. So on the roster. Number 5. There's a lot of ways Seattle could go with this pick. And no matter what way they go, they're going to fuck over the Lions. We know this. Because because the Lions can't have nice things. But I think they go Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon. Are they Big 12 now? Okay. I knew they just moved around, but I couldn't remember. So I think that Seattle, with none of the edges on the board, they would go with Christian Gonzalez. It looks like a great player. 6'1", 197, big corner, 32-inch reach, can move.
Get back into it. Trout, boy, he located that snap. Takes a shot back shoulder, and he's picked off. Intercepted by Christian Gonzalez. Pick 6 against his old team. Phillips of Utah is really good, but this is a bigger, longer corner who can do much. Why they are continuing to test him is beyond me. Ray in his neck and a concussion. He told us yesterday. Second down. Right side, and it's picked off again. It's Christian Gonzalez with his second interception this quarter.
He's not listed on the Oregon roster. Sorry. Our apologies to the family. Deep throw here. That's going to be picked. Run back by Gonzalez. Now he's was a premier player at Colorado, and he had gained
times and now having some success.
Branson going to throw on first down after the punt block. Got away and throws an interception. What a pick! And the return, Christian Gonzalez down the sideline inside the 35.
This is why he's an NFL corner.
Here he is to throw, and he unshackles the ball down the sideline into traffic. Incomplete. Christian Gonzalez nearly picked it off.
I'm not talking about these Oregon Ducks. This guy hit.
Fourth rusher comes late. A hole to the sideline. Incomplete.
Oregon has
Christian
such good
Gonzalez on the coverage. The transfer.
Receivers will block for their backs.
Lofting it for the corner. The fade, and it's incomplete. No flag.
Wow.
Fans responding as Christian Gonzalez blanketed Zion.
This year, Marcus did over his whole career. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, high throw and incomplete. That's an incomplete pass. Gonzalez dislodged it from Ezeki. Nice knock away. It's Gonzalez.
A critical mistake the last series as McKee throws, broken up brilliantly. Christian Gonzalez.
Panics on third down. Lofts it, caught Davis, and Gonzalez sideswipes it.
Blocked. Boom! It's Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez that got through there.
Second down and 7. Dorian Thompson-Robinson running horizontally because of Gonzalez and because of Bennett Williams, the nickel coming up, and he's got.
All right, so that is Christian Gonzalez, and that is the last highlight. So no more looking at butts, Tweety. Sorry. I didn't want to make this like 9.5 hours. The 6th pick, the most anticipated pick, the Detroit Lions, with their first selection, take defensive tackle Jalen Carter out of Georgia. This guy seems like he could be an absolute drain, just game wrecker. Like, he looks like he could be probably the best since the last top 10 tackle we took in Ndamukong Suh. He's 6'3", 314, and was a force in hell to move in that Georgia defense. So I think that's where the Lions go. I don't think that's what they need, but I think it fits MCDC's scheme and the way that they like to play the game. So that's where I think the Lions are going with their first pick, the pick that they gained from the Matthew Stafford trade. Number 7. The Las Vegas Raiders will do something stupid. I gave him Paris Johnson, but we all know that they're going to take probably Matt Ariza, the punter out of San Diego State. Jesus Christ. Like, it's the Raiders. You can't project anything for them because they do. They just go off the cuff and leave you just sitting there like, what just happened? They're really good at that. So I think that's going to be the first pick. Paris has been up and down the board. You can find him in a lot of different spots in the top 10 and the mid 15 and even as far down as 20. But he's a 6'6", 313-pound offensive tackle out of the Ohio State University. 12. I think Atlanta is hungry. The LA Raiders moved to Las Vegas, and the San Diego Chargers moved to Los Angeles, and the St. Louis Rams also moved to Los Angeles. So the Raiders left, and two teams came in. Makes no sense. So the next guy I got going off the board, I have Atlanta, who really wants a pass rusher. Again, I think it's another prime trade down spot, but I think that Atlanta takes Miles Murphy out of Clemson. He is 6'5", 268, and again, that pass rushing defensive end that everybody wants. Number 9, Chicago Bears. I think Chicago wants to continue to get Justin Fields weapons. They haven't given up on him yet. They could go one of two ways. They could go either offensive line here, or they could go for the playmaker. I think that where Chicago's at and how they're trying to build right now, I think they go with the flashy playmaker, and that is Jackson Smith. This is not a racism. In Jigba. He's a wide receiver out of Ohio State. Very productive. I think he'll make an impact in the league. So, but probably not in Chicago because they're a train wreck. Number 10. So Philadelphia, again, a team that what do you really want? I saw a lot of people taking Bijan Robinson, and where I think he could potentially be a pick here. I don't think you take a running back in the top 10 anymore. We saw that with what's his name out of Penn State, that went number 2 to the Giants. Can't remember his damn name. But anyways, Weatherspoon is the prototypical corner, 5'11", 181 pounds, just a little guy. That was my thought too. So Witherspoon, he's the best available. Saquon Barkley. There you go. Thank you, Dees. So I don't think you take a running back. I don't think you take a running back in the first round. But so the Eagles snatch up Devin Witherspoon. Tennessee is looking for a tackle. Other side, Taylor Wan. Again, Tennessee is one of those teams where I think if a quarterback was worthy, they might go grab him. I think they take the best right tackle that they can get in Broderick Jones. Shut up. What's up, Bri? I think he'll play the other side and shore up that offensive line for their. Why Tennessee hasn't went after a quarterback, I don't know. Number 12. Houston, as we saw, they picked earlier. I think they pick a wide receiver to go with that rookie quarterback and try and get some hype around that. Since Njigba's off the board, I think they take Jordan Addison out of USC. I think it's a reach, but I think they want that playmaker to go with the other guys. So I think that's where they go. Addison, not much to be excited about. But this draft is not great. He put up good numbers at USC. He is 5'11", 173. So he's a teeny little guy. Number 13. I think the Jets are another team that's a complete unmitigated train wreck. And they just want to grab a player that will kind of stabilize things. So I think that they go for the safe pick, a pick that probably should have went in the top 10, but fell. And they take Peter Skoronski, the big offensive tackle out of Northwestern. So he played in good conference, bad team. He's a big guy, lanky, kind of that prototypical Big Ten offensive lineman. So it'll be exciting to see how he ends up. Number 14. The New England Patriots. Again, this is a team where you're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, they can really go off the deep end with some things. They can make some weird choices. I think they're going to go corner, and I think they take Ham Sutton. Not a flashy pick out of the South Carolina Gamecocks, and I think they try and rebuild that defense. Oh, I didn't know that you. Yeah, fuck the Patriots. Number 15, Van Ness. So I think this is a reach, but he just feels like he's gonna be a kid from Iowa, big farm boy from Iowa. Is there anybody better to go up to Green Bay and dominate the Lions? I mean, seriously. So I think that's definitely because Aaron Rodgers might be on the move, but people seem to have backed off that. But if he's not, you know damn well they're not going to get him on the offense. So let's get Van Ness. He just looks like a Packer. A Packer or a Steeler. Number 16. Washington, who the hell knows what they need again? Also a mess. I don't like the Redskins or Commanders or whatever the hell they call themselves now. I also don't like Notre Dame, so I put Isaiah Foskey over there for just that reason. I don't like either one of them. 17. I think this one is another one that is all but done and makes so much sense. The Steelers legend Joey Porter, his kid Joey Porter Jr., following in his footsteps. I think Pittsburgh falls into one here and has a spectacular marketing play. Along with, again, another team fucking over the Detroit Lions, because that's who I'd like to see go to Detroit. So naturally, he'll go to Pittsburgh a pick before. And with that next Lions pick, I think the Lions miss out on the top 3 corners, which is a position that they shored up, but a position that I think that they should. Commanders need a new everything. They need a new owner, coach, team, stadium, logo, color scheme. Like just get rid of it all. City. So we have Brian Branch, safety, Alabama. I think they need a defensive back somewhere. They need to get younger at the position because they can't keep paying for it. So I have the Lions taking Brian Branch, a playmaker out of Alabama that can play safety. 19. So this is where I think you see quarterbacks start going off the board. Again, a couple of them. There was a lot of picks that could go to Tampa Bay. I settled on Will Levis out of Kentucky. He seems like that prototypical, Brady's still going to have some input. Hell of a guy to learn from. And I think it just makes sense. I think Will Levis out of Kentucky, the Buccaneers will run that pick up so fast. Number 20. Here's where your guy goes, Steez. I think that, again, Seattle, they're looking, they were thinking about taking this guy at 6 or 5, excuse me. But then when it started to shake out, they took the chance and said, "Oh, Hendon Hooker's there. Will Levis is there. Like we're gonna have a pick to take a quarterback." For that reason, I think they pass on him on 5 and pick him up at 20. And I think they take Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida. Kind of fits their scheme. They don't have to change much from the Wilson days. They can go back to an RPO scheme with a new, fresher, younger guy. 21. This is so when you get into the 20s, it gets really difficult because these teams could go literally anywhere. They're done taking the top talent. They're kind of filtering down and more or less taking needs. These are playoff teams, so they're trying to take needs. So we have the Los Angeles Chargers taking Deonte Banks out of Maryland. He's a corner as well. He's fast, man. And he has great ball skills. I'm excited to see him play. So I know they don't need a quarterback, but it seems like if they don't get a quarterback this year, they're going to need one soon. I think even though they just paid Geno, I think the idea is Geno for a bit and then roll in Richardson. But I could be wrong. I'm not perfect. 22. Got kind of a run on corner here. Baltimore seems to always take great defensive players, and I think I get one with Keely Ringo, quarterback. Have the Commanders having issues since change? Yeah, the name change. They were having issues before that too. Their owner is a dirtbag who, yeah, he's not a good guy. All right, buddy, have a good night. He's not a good guy. So they were having problems before. I think they're forcing him out, forcing him to sell at this point. So, because it's very toxic. Some things with cheerleaders and naked pictures and that kind of stuff. So, 23. I think Minnesota Chargers probably go running back. Well, you have Austin Eckler. And I don't know. You could be right, though. I think the Vikings add some firepower after they lost some. I think they take Quentin Johnson out of TCU and keep him in purple. He did agree to sell. Okay. Damn, $6 billion. Yeah, I know he's tagged and doesn't want to be there, but yeah, maybe. I don't think anybody's good enough to to make an impact at the running back spot. But 24. I think Jacksonville is looking for a safety valve for their new quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Michael Mayer is a massive human being. I got to look up his size. But he is a big man that has some great body control. I don't know why they didn't utilize him more at Notre Dame. That didn't make much sense. He's 6'4", 249 at a tight end spot. So he's a big kid. So catch the ball. So Michael Mayer, Notre Dame tight end, goes to Jacksonville to help out the young quarterback. 25. This is where I have Bijan Robinson out of Texas going to the Giants. Yeah. And they get Calvin Ridley and so Bijan Robinson, running back out of Texas. I wouldn't take him, but the Giants like taking running backs in the first round, and I feel like he's had too much hype to not be a first rounder. So I think he's got to go somewhere. This was the best fit. 26. Brian Breeze, defensive tackle out of Clemson. He just fits that Cowboys mold. Kind of big, mean, tough guy. But also likes boys, allegedly. 27. Trenton Simpson. This was my pick for the Lions, but I think that I would love nothing more than the Lions to trade back and take Trenton Simpson somewhere in the mid-20s. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think he is with Tremaine Edmonds leaving Buffalo. I think he's very close to a Tremaine Edmonds style player. I love this kid. Like him and Noah Sewell, I think are going to be mainstay linebackers in this league for a long time. 28. Nolan Smith for the Houdat Bengals. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find a good fit for them, so I just kind of went best player available. Nolan Smith, Georgia, defensive end. Not a flashy player, safe pick. I could see them maybe going tight end a couple different ways. So we'll see. 29. New Orleans Saints. If I thought the Lions would do it, I would be happy with them taking Trenton Simpson 6 and Darnell Washington 18. This man is a man. I gotta look up his size too. No, they won't do it because they're just the Lions, and it's just not going to happen. He is 6'7", 264. So for a tight end in this league, he's a big boy. He is going to be a blocking tight end. He needs to work on catching. But I think he would fit great for Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions offense. I would love to see him on the tight end. And I mean, you traded what's his name for. So do they value the tight end? I don't know. But Darnell Washington, I think he goes to the Saints and does what I prayed he would here. So number 30. We're down to 2. Again, Eagles. I also value a tight end on a man. Philadelphia Eagles, Will McDonald, Iowa State. Again, here's an Eagles team. They took corner. I think they doubled up on defense. It was a weakness. They have a pretty good offense. And I think they're making a Super Bowl run. For the Eagles, D's, or the Saints? You just randomly said safety. Oh, wait. For a second. You think the Eagles go safety? Yeah. And that's a possibility. There wasn't anybody great on the board. There were a couple, but and we end with 31 because you guys just signed their safety. Yeah, we did. So I could certainly see him going safety, but defensive end also looks good. So this is another one of those guys that is he going to go mid first round, late first round? Is he going to go at the beginning of the second round? He's kind of all over the place. Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. He's going to be a right tackle. I think Kansas City just keeps loading up on talent. They don't really have a glaring hole. Obviously, they have Patrick Mahomes. They're going to continue to do stuff through and around him. Their defense just works. I don't know. I still don't know how, but their defense just seems to work. So, but yeah. So those are my picks. 32 was lost in a tampering. So it was taken away from the team that had it, and I forget who the hell it was. But yeah, so that is my first round mock draft. So for those of you still here, I wanted to do a quick poll. Because you said you had both movies, right, Ball? Movie night. Okay. Well, we'll let you guys decide because at the last moment I was like, oh shit, it's 4:20. We could do Half Baked, but I didn't think of it first. So I'll let you guys decide. We have both available. Demolition Man, Half Baked. We got 10 here. Let's try and get 5 votes. For even another. It's cool. I only had to take 200 DVDs. All right, so Demolition Man won by a wide margin. That's what we're saying. It kind of fits what's going on. So much like V for Vendetta did last week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, mods, can you drop? I have never seen Demolition Man. I'm excited. I'm ready to watch it. Could one of my lovely mods please drop in Discord for the Meaty Cinema? No. Do I gotta do it? Because I can. I don't know how, but I can. Da, 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 da. Link. Oh, Sleazy's got it. Thanks, buddy. So there's the link for Discord. You're going to go to the Meaty Cinema. And we will start the movie here shortly. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, I want to reach more people and get our message further out there. and provide more content over on Rumble. So I really, really, really wanted to do something sports. I won't do a ton of it, but I will do it from time to time. Thank you for stopping by. See you at movie night. Have a great night. Bye-bye.